So you might have all heard that I'm heading overseas in a couple of weeks' time for who knows how long. Got a parcel to pick up today. Could be one of my last ones to pick up for a little while, so let's go and check out what we got. Probably nothing too special. Just have a look. Well, my friends, it looks like we've got one very special package coming from a very special place. You know where? Canada. And it's from you know who. You guessed it, Mr. Vincent. Let's do it. Let's get one last Disney Blu-ray update in before I head overseas. I've got a ton more stuff at home we can add as well. This is gonna be a big one. Let's do it. Vincent, you're the best. Home's this way. All right, let's do it. Let's finally get into this. If I can actually sit down without falling over. I feel like it actually hasn't been that long since I've done one of these Disney Blu-ray DVD update video things. It was just like 6 months between them. So we've done pretty well this time around. I think it's only been a month or maybe 2 months or something. Great thing is my good mate over in Canada, Vince, who picked up all my Disney Blu-rays and stuff for me these days. He had like a whole bunch of stuff piled up for me. I reckon it's been a year he's been piling stuff up for me, because I remember when I was like messaging him for some of the stuff that's actually in this packet and in the last packet too. I was at Disneyland Paris, which was like a year ago, pretty much as of this week. The good thing is he's piled up a whole bunch of stuff for me, and he's just sending out over a bunch of different packages. And this time around, we've got, I think, 2 packages worth of stuff right here, which is going to be fantastic to get into. There's going to be some, I think, some Marvel titles in here, maybe some Star Wars stuff. There's definitely going to be a bunch of Disney Movie Club exclusives. That's the sweet spot of these packages. At first, of course, Vince started getting me the Disney Movie Club stuff, but when it became so difficult to import Disney stuff on Amazon, he started just picking up just general stuff for me as well. We love Vince here on the channel. He does a really good job. So once again, thanks so much, Vince, for sorting me out with some great stuff. So we will get to that, but we'll get to that at the end of the video, because as usual, we actually have a couple of little piles here of other Disney stuff that I haven't got to yet on these update videos. There's some Pixar stuff, there's some Disney branded stuff, and there's a bunch of Touchstone and Hollywood Pictures stuff here as well that I've sort of either picked up in the country, or maybe I've ordered from eBay or other websites or something. Just stuff that I don't really want to bother Vince with, or stuff that I can just pick up again locally and easily. First up, how about we get into the Touchstone Pictures and Hollywood Pictures stuff. Of course, I usually have a very small pile of these every time I do this, but I've actually got quite a number of things here. This time around, I've made an effort over the last couple of weeks to pick up a bunch of these Touchstone Hollywood Pictures branded titles that I just never really ended up picking up over the years for one reason or another. Whether I didn't realize these movies were actually available, or some of these I thought I had, but it turns out I didn't have. So I have again made an effort to, just over the last couple of weeks, to pick up a few of these titles. I do say this during every one of my videos, but in case you're a new viewer around here and you're not too sure what I mean when I say like a Touchstone or a Hollywood Pictures title, basically these are movies that were made by Disney between the 1980s and kind of early 2010s, but they were more kind of adult focused or more mature features that they never really wanted to release as Disney movies, so instead they released them under Touchstone or Hollywood Pictures. So these are all definitely Disney movies, and ones again that I just never really ended up picking up. So let's have a look at what we got this time around. First up, we got this one called Reign of Fire. This one stars Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey, 2 of my favorite actors actually. I haven't seen this one. Looks like this fantasy, like dark fantasy thing about dragons, and I don't know how good it is. I've seen it's had like mixed reviews and stuff, but this was part of 2 for $20 at JB Hi-Fi, and they had a 20% off sale on top of that, so I got it for like $8 in the end. I thought, why not just pick it up to add to the collection, and this is actually one I thought I had, but I didn't have. So Reign of Fire, I'm interested to check that one out. And along with that, I picked up Hidalgo. This is Viggo Mortensen, apparently based on a true story. It looks like this great epic movie, sort of in the same vein of classic Hollywood epics like Ben-Hur and movies like that. I'm very excited to watch this. I never ended up watching it. I always wanted to, and I actually thought I had this, but I don't. So I picked this one up. I was happy to find this as part of the 2 for $20 deal as well. Got that for $8, so I paired those 2 up together. This one here, Starship Troopers, I also picked up through the JB Hi-Fi sale. I paired that with something else that you'll see later on in the pile. This is one I've been a little bit hesitant to pick up because I know there's a 4K edition available in the States, but it's not a movie that I think I'm really that interested in. I've seen bits of it in the past, and it's not something I feel like I really need in 4K. On top of that, this is like the OCD side in me coming out. This movie was a co-production with Columbia TriStar Pictures, which is Sony Pictures these days, and Sony have distribution rights in the US, while Disney retained distribution rights for the rest of the world. I wanted to pick up this one mainly because it was branded as a Disney title or a Touchstone title, whereas the American 4K edition is a Sony title. So again, didn't really care if I got it on 4K or not, and I was happy to pick up this. It's nice, concise with my Disney collection, and my OCD is happy for that. So Starship Troopers. Next up, we picked up this one called The Recruit. This has got Al Pacino and Colin Farrell. I think it's fairly recent, maybe like 10 years old or something. I don't know if I ever watched it. I think maybe I did because I believe I have this on DVD somewhere. I'm sure I watched it years ago. But yeah, I was surprised to find I didn't have this on Blu-ray. I believe this one is out of print, or maybe JB Hi-Fi had it, but it was expensive. It was like $16 or something, so I'm not paying that. So I picked this up on eBay for like $6, secondhand, but in really good condition. So I was happy to pick that one up. Next up is this one, Surrogates with Bruce Willis. This is one I've actually had in my collection for ages. For some reason, it just didn't peg with me that this was a Touchstone or a Disney title. It's been sitting over in that side of the collection for ages and ages. And I'm just kind of going through the list of Touchstone titles on Wikipedia to try and figure out what is in that selection of the cabinet that I haven't moved to my Disney collection, etc. And this was on there, and I thought, oh well, okay. So I moved this across into the Disney collection, and I'll add it into this video right here. From memory, I didn't really like this movie. I saw it when it kind of first came out on Blu-ray. It was not one that I really enjoyed. This was sort of that first batch of just bad movies that Bruce Willis started to produce, and kind of I feel like a bit of a rip-off of maybe something like Blade Runner, or even the one that he was in, Fifth Element. So I didn't really enjoy it, but add that to the collection. Next up, we picked up Flight Plan with Jodie Foster. I believe I've seen this maybe a long time ago, and from memory, it's actually pretty good. Again, this one I was surprised to find I didn't have, and this was part of the buy one get one free sale on Amazon Australia. I've just started ordering a few things from them to see how it goes. It also helps that they've offered like a bunch of vouchers and stuff, like $20 voucher. I picked up 2 4K titles the other day, used a $20 voucher, got free shipping with a Prime free trial. I only paid $3 for them for 2 4K titles. Crazy. This one I actually paid, I paid in full for because I'd used my voucher. It was only like $12 for this and another title, again, that you'll see later in this pile. I thought that was a pretty good deal. $6 for this one, which again was on JB Hi-Fi for like $16. I was happy to pick it up on Amazon Australia, and they pulled through really well. So there we go, Flight Plan. We picked up The Last Song. I got this one from JB Hi-Fi as well. I think I paired this one up with Starship Troopers. This is one that again I actually kind of thought we had, but we don't have, and it's not really something that's going to be my cup of tea, I don't think. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. I don't mind a chick flick every now and then, but it's just a Nicholas Sparks thing, like The Notebook and whatever else he did. I haven't always enjoyed the Nicholas Sparks movies. Maybe 1 or 2 that I have enjoyed. There was that one with Josh Duhamel and someone else, which I actually thought was quite good. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. So maybe I will enjoy this, but again, for like $8, add it to the collection. This was one of the last movies Disney produced through the Touchstone banner. So I think the second last movie they produced through Touchstone. And this one here, You Again. It looks pretty bad. This is actually the very last movie that they ever produced under Touchstone. It's like this romantic comedy chick flick kind of thing. Kristen Bell, Sigourney Weaver, Jamie Lee Curtis, Odette Yutzman, and Betty White. Really no idea what it is, but it looks pretty average. Someone was selling this on eBay for like $15, but it also had one of those make an offer things. So I made an offer of $5, expecting the guy to come back with like $10 or something, or like try and barter with me or something. He accepted the $5. I reckon he'd had that up for sale for ages and no one bid on it. I was just lucky, and for $5, I was happy to add that to my collection. Even though it looks pretty crap, it is the last one Disney produced through Touchstone, so I feel like it's one that's kind of important to have in the collection there. So I've got You Again. Next up, we got The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. This is a Hollywood Pictures produced label. What's the difference between Touchstone and Hollywood Pictures? Not much. Disney realized when they were making all these movies under the Touchstone banner, they were very successful, and they wanted to make more. So instead of flooding the marketplace with Disney and Touchstone titles, they started a third banner, Hollywood Pictures, so it didn't look like Disney was just flooding the marketplace with all these movies. So this is a Hollywood Pictures movie. I had this on DVD, but I thought I'd upgrade it to Blu-ray just for the collection. I actually didn't know that this one was out on Blu-ray, so I was surprised to find that it was available. And again, I picked this one up on Amazon Australia, paired that with Flight Plan, and got it for like $6 in the end. So I thought that was pretty good. I can't remember if I've watched this or not, but I believe it's actually supposed to be a pretty good movie. And finally, we've got this one here called The Joy Luck Club. This is another one that I've had in the collection for ages. I've never watched it. This has been sitting over there with my unwatched movies kind of pile thing. And I've finally moved it over into the Disney collection. So again, yeah, this is a Hollywood Pictures movie. So there you go. That was a nice little pile of... Oh, so there you go. That's a nice little pile. I'm going to lose it in a minute. That's a nice little pile there of Touchstone and Hollywood Pictures movies. Ones that I've pulled in from the collection, ones that I've picked up. I've probably paid, I don't know, but I'd hazard a guess, maybe 40 or 50 bucks just to kind of round out that. I believe that is pretty much all of the Touchstone Pictures, Hollywood Pictures movies that were actually made available here on Blu-ray. I'm missing maybe a couple more. Bringing Down the House and the Preacher's Wife, which I definitely saw years ago, never picked up, and now kind of regret it because they're both out of print. I've emailed Disney about it to see if they had any like loose copies rattling around in the warehouse or something. Unfortunately, they don't. So I'm trying to get my hands on them. I've been searching eBay for them. Can't find them anywhere. No one's selling them for a decent price anyway. I'm not paying like $35, $40 for them. If I can get them for like 10 bucks, maybe $15 at a stretch, I will. If anyone knows how I can get my hands on either Bringing Down the House or Preacher's Wife, let me know. Now let's get on to this very small pile here. We've actually got a couple of Walt Disney titles here. This one here is the only live action of the bunch. It's called College Road Trip. I don't know how this movie's gonna go. This is Martin Lawrence and Raven Simone. It kind of feels like a Disney Channel movie for me. That's the kind of it doesn't look very, very good. But this was released theatrically, so I feel like it kind of sits in the middle there. I've always wanted to pick this one up though, because it's a Disney branded thing, and I kind of just wanted it in the collection just to kind of, just to make it a little bit more complete. I remember seeing it floating around JB Hi-Fi for like $5 at one point, and just never ended up picking it up, and I just kind of regret it now because it went out of print, and I've been trying for at least a year to try and track down a copy of it. Finally appeared on eBay, and I got it for like $5, which is what I would have paid for it at JB Hi-Fi. Secondhand, but in really good condition. Again, I don't know how this movie is going to go, but if you've seen it, and it's just let me know what you thought of it. Now, we finally picked this one up. Every time I do one of these Blu-ray update videos, someone out there says, "Why haven't you got this one yet?" Well, I've finally gone and picked it up. There's a reason why I haven't yet, but let's have a look. We finally picked up The Wild on Blu-ray right here. I got this one on Amazon Australia as well. I believe I didn't pay anything for this. I used a voucher on this, so I got this for free basically, or paid like maybe a couple of bucks for this one. And that's really the only reason I've ended up picking it up. And I paired it with something else because it's part of the buy one get one free deal. This one here is it's a strange one, because it wasn't actually made by Disney. It was distributed by Disney, but in the US, Disney doesn't count this as part of the Disney Classics line, because technically it's not a Disney movie. I believe this was made by some Canadian animation studio who have never made any other movies. Whereas in Australia and the UK and Europe, this is classified a Disney Classic for one reason or another. But in the UK and Australia and Europe, Dinosaur, which is a Disney movie, is not considered a Disney Classic, whereas it is in the US. So it's a little bit of a confusing thing. Technically, it's not really a Disney movie, but it was released, it was distributed through Disney in most markets. And people keep saying you need to just get it to, just to complete that collection. And I finally got it to a point where I could just pay very, very minimal for it, only a couple of bucks, and I picked it up. So there we go. We finally got The Wild in the collection, and we've pretty much got the complete US and UK versions of the Disney Classics catalog. So there we go. For all those people telling me to get The Wild, I finally have it. Here is a Pixar one that I picked up recently, which I'm very excited about. In the last video, you saw that I got the 4K edition of this. In this video, you will see that I've picked up the 3D edition of it. Finally came from Amazon UK, Coco in 3D. So I had to wait a little bit longer to get this one because the UK is on this like really delayed release cycle where stuff comes out like a month later in the UK than it does in the US. So I got Coco 3D from Amazon UK just before Amazon UK and Amazon US stopped shipping stuff to Australia. So this is one of my last orders that I got in from Amazon UK. And unsurprisingly, it came without a slipcover, because for some reason Amazon UK just haven't been shipping the Disney movies with slipcovers anymore. Don't know why, it's kind of really annoying. But thankfully, my good mate over in the UK, Alan, aka Kermit's Ghost, has a channel on YouTube. He does some great Blu-ray hauls and stuff from the UK. Check him out if you haven't yet. He has been kind enough to actually send in his very own, is that the right one? Slipcover for Coco 3D. Now, Alan doesn't care too much about slipcovers. Usually either puts them to the side or throws them away or just has them sitting there. So I got it. Alan sent this through. So again, Alan, thank you so much for sending in the slipcover for Coco 3D. I'm happy to say my Coco 3D is now complete with a slip, and this is awesome. I really love it. It's actually a really nice, get a close up on that. It's a really nice cover. It's not shiny. It's got like this really kind of matte texture there, bit of spot gloss, a bit of embossing on there, which is really, really beautiful. Really beautiful cover. I've never actually quite seen anything like this before. That's really nice right there. So Coco, oh yeah, check that out. Catch the light on that. Coco 3D, finally got that, and I finally got it with a slipcover thanks to my mate Alan over in the UK. All right, next up we've got another one from Amazon UK, and surprisingly enough, one that didn't come with a slipcover. Don't know what's going on over there, because I've been ordering Disney titles from Amazon UK for however many years now, years and years, and I've never had a problem with getting slipcovers, and all of a sudden, Coco 3D came without a slipcover. This one didn't come with a slipcover. My version of Pirates of the Caribbean 5 in 3D didn't come with one, and one of the versions of Star Wars Last Jedi I got in 3D didn't come with one either. Don't know what is going on over there, but all of a sudden they've become very, very unreliable with the slips. So if you like your slips and you've been ordering from Amazon UK Disney stuff, just beware in the future, because they're just not sending them out. So this one here is a Marvel title. It's the most recently released one in 3D, and of course it is Black Panther in 3D. I really like this movie. I didn't love it. To me, it's not one of the greatest Marvel movies out there. I just felt narratively this movie just wasn't where I wanted it to be, but otherwise a really great movie. Now again, no slipcover, so the wonderful Alan from over in the UK was happy enough to send me his copy of the slipcover. Again, just a blank case in there. Finally add Black Panther in 3D to its rightful slip right there. And this is a really nice slip as well. Let's get a nice look at that there with the slip. We got a little bit of embossing over here, a little bit of shininess on there as well. Just a really, really lovely slip, and on the back there too. I love the visual design of these just pictures for the poster and stuff. Not huge on the artwork chosen for the cover here, but it actually looks nicer in hand than it did online. So I'm happy enough with that. I'm happy enough with that. I will also be getting a couple of other, at least one other edition of this movie too, which you might see later. I'm not too sure, but there we go. Black Panther in 3D. I'm looking forward to checking that one out in the format, because I didn't see it in cinemas in 3D. Talking about Alan, actually, Alan sent me another slipcover along here. This is The Rocketeer. This is a great Touchstone movie that came out late 80s, early 90s, something like that. Really, really great, underrated Disney movie. It did come out, it was originally released as a Touchstone movie, but some of the Touchstone ones that went on to gain like a cult status or a big like fan base, I suppose, like this, Roger Rabbit, were later then released under the Disney banner. Now this is part of the, I guess, fairly new collection that they have going over in the UK. I guess they started a year ago, because when I was over in the UK last time, they just started doing these. I picked up some of them last time. Roger Rabbit, Cinderella, Enchanted, Tron, a few others, Mary Poppins and stuff. But this is a newer release, and I really love this movie, and I've always been disappointed that my version of The Rocketeer never came in a slipcover. So Alan was happy enough to go out and grab a copy of The Rocketeer for himself, which he didn't have. I recommended the movie to him because it's just a really great movie, and I said if you do happen to pick it up, I would love the slipcover. And Alan was lovely enough to go out and pick it up. He kept the movie for himself and sent me the slipcover. So we're going to take that out there and go into the cabinet over here. Find it in here somewhere. Where are you? Here it is, right here. There we go. All right. This is my original version of The Rocketeer from many years ago. I originally bought this one. Love this movie. Again, if you haven't seen it, try and track it down, because it's just really great. One of those hidden Disney gems that I feel like is a little underrated. So there we go. My copy of The Rocketeer finally has its own little slipcover, which is just really, really beautiful. So those three slips, Alan, I owe you big time. Thank you so much for this. We will catch up when I'm over in the UK. And again, I owe you big time. Thank you so much. Let's move along. We've got one more here. before we get into the big box. I know that's what everyone's dying to see. What's in the big box? We'll get to that in a minute. This is a Star Wars title. It's not really a Disney thing. This is kind of an independent release. This is just a Star Wars documentary. One of my subscribers, Caleb F, sent this into me because he thought I might want to check it out. I've never seen it. It's one I've always meant to pick up but never have. It's called Elstree 1976. It's a documentary about the background artists and the extras that worked on the original Star Wars movie at the Elstree Studios in 1976. It's a little documentary about those guys and their experiences making the movie. It's apparently really, really good, and I'm looking forward to finally checking this one out because, again, I've been putting it off for ages and ages. Happy to finally have that in my Disney Star Wars collection. So there we go. Technically not Disney, but we can have it anyway. Now, very, very quickly, actually, before we get on the box, I did try and order a movie called Queen of Katwe. It's a Disney movie, a very recent live-action Disney movie starring Lupita Nyong'o. She's a chess champion, I think, living in Africa. It's like about these African chess championships or something like that. It looked like a really great movie. I love the Disney biopics that they do, and I've really been trying to get my hands on it for a decent price for a while. I ordered it from Declutter Store on eBay, who I've ordered from a few times before. I ordered both Earth and Oceans Disney nature discs from them in the past, and I've had no problems with them. This time around, this took almost 40 days to arrive here from the US, which is crazy. It should only take like a week, 2 weeks maximum. And instead of sending me Queen of Katwe on Blu-ray, they sent me Toy Story of Terror on DVD. And it is in awful condition. It has got fingerprints on there and scratches and Lord knows what else on there. I've filed a complaint on eBay trying to get my money back on there. It was only $10, not a huge deal, but when you sell someone something, send them the item that they ordered. Crap, I won't ever be ordering from them again, and I issue a consumer warning against Declutter Store on eBay. I've looked through their negative feedback and I've had a lot of people saying that they have sent the wrong items or they have sent packets with nothing in them. Again, I can't speak to those claims because I actually did receive something in my packet. It was just the wrong thing. But there you go. Stay away from them. Now let's do it. Let's get that's the negative stuff out of the way. Let's get to the positive stuff, which is this massive box right here from my good mate Vincent over in Canada. Thank you so much, Vincent. This is a bunch of stuff that he's been piling up for quite a while for me, and we've finally got enough stuff together to send out. Usually he'll send me a pile of like maybe 4 movies, and then 6 months down the line, he'll send another 4 or 5 movies. This time round, he had been piling up so much stuff for me that I said, you know what? I would just pay you for shipping for 2 lots and just send them in 1 box. So pay him for shipping for 2 lots and 1 big box. Again, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going overseas in a couple of weeks' time. I'm going to be away for who knows how long. I don't even know yet. I just kind of wanted to get this stuff soon. And partly because I wanted it in hand. I wanted to actually watch a few of these things before I go away. And partly because I wanted to do another one of these Disney Blu-ray updates before I went away too, because I know you guys love them. So let's do it. Let's get into the double packet biggest Vince box ever, which is awesome. So let's take a look at what we got this time around. I got a little scalpel here so we can carefully cut in and do this. All right, here we go. As we know, Vince always packages stuff so well. What a good man. We love your work, Vince. And he always sends in a couple of little goodies as well that I haven't asked for, that he just sends over because he thinks I might like him. And that's why we love him, because he's the best and he looks after us very well. A lot of great packaging materials in here, which is actually even better than the packaging materials you get from Amazon or somewhere else online. So Vince is a collector himself and he knows how to look after collectors like myself and whoever else. So here we go. This is it. A bundle of, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 things in there. Is that right? 12. 12. That's crazy. Usually it's like 4 or 5. We got 12 this time around. So let's get in there and have a look. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, okay, so let's put them there. That one there, that one there, that one there, that one there, that one, that one. Lord, a lot of Disney Movie Club exclusives that I forgot about, which is awesome. And let's do this. Okay, let's start off actually with this one here. This is the sole Disney animation title that we've got in this whole bundle right here. It is the new Signature Collection edition of Peter Pan. I'm looking forward to checking out some of the new special features on here. Actually, there is a conversation on here with Catherine Beaumont, and his name escapes me at the moment, the guy who did the voice of John. Of course, Catherine Beaumont voiced Wendy, a Disney legend. So there we go, that's the next edition in the Disney Signature Collection line that I've got for the collection right there. Really nice cover actually right there. If you haven't seen that, we got like the nice shimmer, nice embossing on there too. That is really cool. I really like that. It's not really in keeping with some of the other Signature Collection titles, which is a bit strange, but Disney and consistency don't go hand in hand, as we know. There you go. I'm very excited to finally have that on there. Now we've got this one here. This is a Disney live action title that I got Vince to pick up for me. I think the Disney Movie Club is like you buy title of the month and then you get everything else like 50% off or something. He got a really good deal for this one on me. I'm not a huge fan of the movie, but I said to him, if you can get this for a good price for me on 4K, then please pick it up for me. And I got a really, really good price on this on 4K. I can't remember what I paid, but it was about where I would pay for this movie. So this one here is A Wrinkle in Time. I think it was a good enough movie, and I think it's going to look stunning on 4K. The reviews I've seen said it does look really, really nice on the format. And if I did want to own this movie, it would be in this format because I'm sure it's going to look absolutely stunning. The movie was okay, but I feel like it's not one that's going to live up as a classic for me. I did review this movie. If you want to check out my review, I'll put the link up in the top somewhere, and you can check that out. It's an all right movie, and I'm happy to have it in the collection. And again, it was a really good price, so I got him to pick that one up for me right there. Wrinkle in Time. Now we've got one sole Marvel title here, which is awesome, and he has picked up Black Panther in 4K. So as I said, I've got multiple versions of Black Panther there, 4K and 3D, both with slipcovers, which makes me very happy. I wanted to pick this one up from the US instead of the UK because it's got different cover art, and I wanted one version that has the poster art on there, because I really love the poster art for this movie. I wasn't a huge fan on the artwork that the UK used on the 4K disc, so I got Vince to pick this one up for me over in Canada. So thanks once again for grabbing that one for me, Vince. Now we have two Star Wars titles. I'm very excited about these. I have finally received my copy of Star Wars The Last Jedi in 4K, which I'm dying to watch. I, of course, already have the 3D edition from the UK, and now I can finally add the 4K edition here to my collection, which is fantastic. It's got a really nice slipcover on there too, shiny with lots of embossing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to check out a Star Wars movie on 4K. I'm looking forward to that. And of course, another edition of The Last Jedi here. Vince was happy enough to grab this for me from Target. This is of course the Target exclusive edition. I couldn't pass this one up because this is a great digipack, and you all know that I'm a big sucker for these like special edition packages, digipack kind of things. And it's got a little filmmaker's gallery book in there, I believe. This is the first of these Target exclusives I've actually got Vince to grab for me. So I'm kind of interested to have a look at what the fuss is all about with these things, because everyone's always going on about how great they are. Let's get the J card off there. This is actually really nice to start with. Let's open that. So that comes out of that little slippy thing there. And then this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love this. I feel like there's stuff rattling around. Yep, there's a disc in there rattling around. Just be careful with that. It's a really gorgeous digipack packaging there. I'm not going to take all the discs out because you kind of get an idea of that, but I really love this. This is the most stunning version of this. And again, yeah, we have got a booklet in here. So again, it's the first of these Target gallery books I've actually seen, and it's really nice. I didn't know it was like a hard, sturdy kind of thing. Really beautiful pictures in there, really shiny pages, and that is gorgeous. I really like that. I'm really happy I grabbed that edition. So once again, thanks so much to Vince for going out of his way and picking this one up for me, because that is greatly appreciated. I really love that. I'll put that with my Walmart. Was it a Walmart special edition of Rogue One, which came in a digipack as well. But that's the first of my Target ones. Really love that. That is stunning. Really stunning version of the movie right there. All right, I think this is the stuff that everyone kind of waits for in these videos, and these are my Disney Movie Club exclusive titles, and I'm so happy to finally have some of these. First up, we have got Holes. This has got a very young Shia LaBeouf in there. I believe this would have been made in the early 2000s probably, and I've seen it once and I kind of really enjoyed it. It's quite a funny, quirky little kids movie, and I do have that on DVD, I believe, but happy to upgrade to that to the Blu-ray from the Disney Movie Club exclusive range, which is awesome. I will happily pick up any Disney Blu-ray exclusive from the Movie Club. So we've got Holes right there. We've got The Three Musketeers, which has got Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland, Chris O'Donnell, Oliver Platt, Tim Curry, and Rebecca De Mornay. I don't actually believe I've ever watched this version, but so many people say that this is just a Disney classic, like a 1990s Disney classic, that I'm just so excited to have a look at, because I love the movies from this period right here. I remember them playing it on the Disney Channel so much. I just never watched it, so looking forward to checking that out. We got this. This is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. This was from my childhood, this one. I remember seeing it at the movies. I remember watching it endlessly on VHS and on DVD. It is Jungle to Jungle, starring Tim Allen, and this kid comes, I can't even remember. Kid comes from the jungle and is his child, or I don't know, something like that, but it's a really, really great, funny little comedy. Tim Allen did some really great comedies for Disney, some really sweet comedies, and I love this, and I'm gonna watch this. This is why I really wanted this pack, because I'm gonna watch this movie before I go away, because I love it. I love this so much. If you haven't seen it, watch it, because it is so good. Now I'm going to show two at once here. We have got the two versions of Freaky Friday, the original and the remake. The original version has a very young Jodie Foster, and the remake, of course, has Lindsay Lohan, and Jamie Lee Curtis plays the mother in that one there. And this one, I can't even remember it, really. I think the mother and the daughter swap bodies or something like that. It's been a very long time since I've seen either version of this movie. I have seen them both a very long time ago. This is the 15th anniversary of this one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking both of those out, especially this one, especially the classic, because I love just the classic old Disney movies right there. This one has to be like 1970s, surely. And yeah, again, looking forward to both of them. I have both of them? No, I have the remake on DVD. I've never owned the original, so I'm happy to finally have both of them. And likewise, we have The Parent Trap. The original one stars Hayley Mills, a Disney icon, a Disney legend, playing twins. And in the original one, again, Lindsay Lohan is playing the twins. We've got Dennis Quaid is the father. And the mother was, I can't remember who played the mother in this one. These were both very, very good as well. Been a long time again since I watched either of these. I can't remember. I think the parents are divorced. One parent gets a child each. And then they like do a swapsies and see if the parents notice. Something like that. But I really love that. It's great. One of those great quirky, like classic 1960s, just weird Disney premises. So looking forward again to checking both of them out. And again, I can retire my Parent Trap remake DVD for the Blu-ray, and I finally have a copy of the original on physical media. So that's very, very good. I love them. I love them all. They're all very good. I actually think all these Disney Movie Club exclusives come bare bones. So I believe the DVDs of these two had special features that aren't on these. I might end up just keeping the DVD discs, put them in the case, and throw out the DVD cases. That is all my Disney Movie Club exclusive titles that I picked up right there, or Vince picked up for me. Once again, thank you so much to Vince for sending all this stuff in. That's my copies of Star Wars, Black Panther, Wrinkle in Time, Peter Pan from Vince as well. A bunch of titles there that we picked up over the last few months. A bunch of titles here that we picked up as well. And of course, the Elstree 1976 documentary there from Calum, one of my subscribers. Thank you again. So that's all the discs out of the way. Let's take a very quick look here at what Vince has sent out my way. Vince has sent me a cool little Disney Movie Club little flyer there, which is awesome to have a look at. Thank you for that. That's great. Just some cool little Disney Movie Club flyers he's sent over, which is actually great to kind of see this kind of stuff, because otherwise I don't get to see these kind of things. It's interesting to kind of have a look and see how it all works. He's sent in what looked like, amazing, a couple of lithographs here. He usually gets these things and doesn't want them himself, and he knows I really appreciate them, so he sends them my way. There's the Peter Pan lithograph right there that would have come with the signature collection. That's awesome. And of course, I love this one. This is the Star Wars Last Jedi lithograph. That's a really, really gorgeous print right there. So thanks for those two. Vince has also sent in he usually sends in these as well. He, again, has no need for them, and has sent me in the latest pin from the Disney Movie Club. And it is from the Peter Pan release, a little Tinkerbell pin. That is really nice. So I've got quite a few of these now from Vince. I've got a Coco one. I think I have got a Lion King one and a couple of others as well. I really, really love them and I really appreciate it. Thanks again, Vince, for sending me in a couple of bonus little gifties there and a whole bunch of stuff there. I really appreciate all your work. Thank you so much for getting all that stuff for me. It really is appreciated because, again, it's impossible for me to be a member of the movie club, being an international. So Vince is my only port of call, my only hope as it is. And again, some of these other things, it's just too hard to import the Disney stuff online these days. So thank you so much for going out of your way, going to store and picking up stuff for me, ordering stuff for me. I owe you a big one as well, so thank you so much. I, of course, do pay Vince for all of this stuff, so don't feel like I'm sponging off him. But I do really appreciate all the hard work and effort he goes into for me and for the channel here. He's a friend of the channel, so as a friend of myself. So that is everything. We've covered it all off. And I'm going to go and have a glass of water because I feel like I'm going to faint now. Once again, yes, I'm heading overseas very, very soon. And I'm going to be away for, I honestly don't know how long. I'm going over there to live and work for a little bit. I can hopefully do some great Blu-ray vlogs in some UK stores and stuff. If I'm allowed to do that, I'm not too sure. So we'll be over there. So this, I think, will be the very last Blu-ray update that we do for a very long time anyway. I'm going to be over there for quite a few months. Again, it takes 6 months usually to pile up one of these things. So maybe I might be home in, who knows, but when I'm home, I'm sure there'll be another one of these to do because I'll have stuff sent home. I won't be getting stuff sent overseas because I just, it's little stuff as I need to carry home, the better. So everything will come here, and when I'm home next time, we'll just do a bunch of videos. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that one. It was a huge one, probably one of the biggest ones we've ever done so far. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you on the next video whenever that one goes up. So take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time viewing my channel, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope I'll see you all again soon. Until next time, take care and I hope you have a wonderful day.